Skills will not make you rich. And anybody telling you otherwise either has a course to sell to you or is not painting the full picture to you. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you what you can do with skills, how you can use them to your advantage. And these ideas are coming from the chapter 26 of this book called The Diary of a CEO. It's a book that I would recommend anybody to pick up. So if you like the ideas in this video, first of all, share it. Then grab a copy of this book. For some reasons, if you can't grab a copy, feel free to listen to the podcast because Stephen Bartlett brings on very, very interesting guests. So without any further ado, so there are 4 things that you have to understand when it comes to skills itself. That first of all, the fact that you have a skill doesn't mean that it's worth anything. If you can write a copy, and so what? If you know how to sell, and so what? If you're a content writer, and so what? You see, the value of the skill itself is not the skill, it is where it's being applied. It's like having a seed of a tree in your pocket. The tree is not going to grow in your pocket. The seed is only valuable when it's in the soil or when you're selling it to somebody who is going to put it in the right soil. That is why even when it comes to planting, some seeds cannot grow in certain environments, and that is how it is designed. So the skills, right, are not so important, but the context in which they are applied. First of all, 1, the skill is not important. 2, the context at which is applied is more important than the skill itself. 3, how people will see your skill, how rare that skill is, tells you how much people will value it. So more further context on this later, but if your skill right is rare in a particular, if it is rare in a particular field and important in that same field, then it's going to raise the perception of the skill. So for example, now is somebody who is a software developer a software developer in a bank, right, will out-earn somebody who is a software developer in a random tech company, because the bank needs a software developer for very major reasons, and they are willing to pay him more. Now, I discovered that at the point of making this video, a lot of Nigerian doctors are going abroad for greener pastures to earn better. But now I met a doctor who became friends, and this doctor told me that he's been employed by a multinational right here in Nigeria. Now, he earns the exact same amount, if not more, right? Yeah, he earns more because of taxes. He earns more than his counterpart in the UK because the multinational pays him the same price that they pay UK doctors over there, and is being paid right here in Nigeria, where the standards of living is way cheaper, taxes are cheaper. But now he took, I think it's an oil and gas firm. Yeah, I think it's an oil and gas or a financial firm. So basically, he took his medical practicing skills and went into a multinational company right here in Nigeria, and he's out earning a lot of doctors out there. So if you get this point of context and how rare is that skill in that field, is super important. Now, the first and important part is people will value your skills based on what it can do for them, based on how much that skill can actually bring to them, either as a company, as an individual. So knowing these 4 things, that 1, skills are not valuable. 2, the context that you apply that skill, the industry, the way it's applied, the rare the skill in that environment, and how much it can bring to them is what you should focus on, not just the skill. So before you learn any skill, and one thing I tell people here is, if you have an idea of what you are trying to achieve, instead of aiming to build one skill, in my opinion, aim to build a skill stack. And skill stacks are the real secret. So for example, that bro who is trying to sell you a course on how you can get rich, his secret is not just in that skill, it's also in copywriting, it's also in persuading, also in psychology, right? Practical psychology. That is why he has this skill set combined that work in his favor. See how things can work together in your favor if you actually bring the right combination together. So again, let me remind you, the market that you choose to sell your skills is more important than skill itself. Even a product, because a trainer who creates workout programs for his clients who are at the gym will earn more. will get paid less than somebody who is creating training programs for professionals. So somebody who's creating training programs for professionals will earn more than somebody who's creating the exact same products for somebody in the gym. Because why? First of all, there are rarely people who, first of all, focus on professionals. Two is he's transplanting his skills, and this is a very important point. It's called skill transplanting. And how skill transplanting works is in a situation where the skill there is abundance. For example, a programmer in a tech firm. Tech industries have an abundance of developers. So what happens is if you take that technical knowledge into a financial sector, you get paid more. Example is data analysts, right? In the banks, again, they get paid more. Or financial institutions, they get paid more. In stock trading firms, they get paid more. Because why? First of all, they are rare. And it becomes rare if when the person who they are employing has a skill stack that allows him to understand the tech aspect, at the same time, the financial aspect. Because to be very frank, they still need to bridge that gap. I remember when somebody was about to employ me, right? And obviously he couldn't, and they got bitter. They needed somebody who could act as a sales engineer. What it basically means is you understand how to sell. At the same time, you also understand engineering itself. You know how to deploy applications. You know how to, on the spot, speak with the client, sell him on the idea. In that same meeting, if they have a technical team, be able to confidently handle the entire technical aspect. Meanwhile, the technical bros are far away from you. You just want a situation where one person goes in as an expert and is basically detailing out everything that they need on the spot, knowing how to sell at the same time, knowing the technical aspect. Speaking of sales, a salesman, right? A salesman in a pharmaceutical company or an insurance company, no, in a pharmaceutical company will out-earn a salesman who is in a commodity business, who is in a fast-moving consumer good industry. A project manager in a tech firm is more important than in an art gallery. You see how I'm bringing these things together? Photographers who earn in fashion industry will out-earn their counterparts or their photographers who are in wedding photography. I'm just giving you different instances to make you remember that where you put that skill is more important. That's why I recommend that if you feel like you are in an industry where your skill is very, very saturated, consider looking for a new environment where you'll be accepted. I remember seeing one dude who was about, I think, 18, earning about $50,000 copywriting. His copywriting secrets was the fact that his clients were medical practitioners, strictly. He never dealt with anybody that was not medical. And one other thing was because he delved into the psychology of patients. I think cosmetic surgeries, right? Yeah, cosmetic surgeries was where he basically focused his gaming. He was able to bring this psychology of persuasion, at the same time copywriting, knowledge of how patients want to see themselves. And most importantly, he understood the fact that framing matters. He brought everything together and was able to cash in out 50K per month from medical practitioner practicing businesses. So let me just leave you with one of my notes here. Different markets will place different value on your skills. If an employer or client sees your expertise rare or unique, they will pay you more in that industry, which will make your skills much more valuable. So context is key. You can boost your earning potential offering the same skill in a completely different industry. Now, to be considered the best in your industry, you don't need to be the best in one thing, right? You need to be good at a variety of complementary and rare set of skills that your industry values and your competition lacks. Because why is that skill stack? We're heading to a part of this world, and this particular advice, right, goes to other areas of life where most guys don't understand that. You don't have to be the guy with the biggest muscles. No, you don't have to be the guy who is the richest. No, but as a guy, because one of my movements in this life is called being a well-rounded man. As a man, learn to bring qualities that are rare together. Get jacked, get rich, build character, have a nice social circle, understand the nature of women, have a very nice blend. It's the same thing with skills. Instead of having just one skill, bring a set of skills together. And of those skills, some important skills are things like persuasion or psychology, basic reading and writing skills. So that's about it. The whole point of this entire video is to tell you that your ideas, your skills are not so important, right? It's what you do with them, where you do it, how you do it is more important than getting it itself. So stop buying courses after courses and look for how you can actually maximize the skills you have already acquired. So if you like the idea in this book, it means that you're somebody who takes himself serious. At the same time, if you stay this long, I must commend you for it, because most people have very interesting attention spans, and you made it this far. So what that means is you take yourself serious. So thank you very much. Kindly share this video with somebody else who takes himself serious. What that means is let's come together. Let's form a community of people who take themselves very, very serious. And yes, so please share this video. Let's meet people that are like-minded and get to talk to you soon. So thank you very much. If you like the ideas in this book, in this chapter, kindly check out this podcast, The Diary of a CEO. Stevie Bartlett brings great hosts. So talk to you soon, and bye for now.